All right, so I'm going to be talking about the Russian and Ukraine war that is currently happening, and I'm going to try and hit a few things that have been happening, especially in this month of May. Um, a lot of my sources are from BBC, PBS, and also I want to be talking about this documentary called Intercepted, which I found on Grasshopper Film. So right now, looking at the news, the main takeaway is that the front lines are stuck. Ukraine used a lot of cheap like drone technology to slow Russia down, and they actually managed to obtain a few pockets of land back just this month. But then also Russia retaliated pretty hard. So just a few days ago, Moscow actually launched about 90 missiles and a few hundred drones at the capital of Ukraine, which is Kiev, which of course, destroyed civilian buildings. It knocked out the power. And the UN actually ended up having an emergency meeting because of this. Because at this point they're just worried it's spinning out of control. It's brutal and it's deadlocks cycle. And then going to the movie that I was or documentary I watched called Intercepted is actually it gets you like to understand is it's the Ukrainian government managed to tap into a lot of the phone calls that the Russians have been making back and forth. And it's basically thousands of phone calls gathered from Russian soldiers on the front lines, calling their moms, girlfriends, and wives. And when you listen to them, it's heavy. You just hear these very young guys, you know, speaking all about this propaganda that has just been locked into their head, which is a big problem with how young these soldiers are. Is It's very easy to get reeled into propaganda if you're nonstop being told something that another opponent is bad. And it just shows like the like tragic of and how tragic international conflict is. Um, and that's what's been just happening very recently. Is just it's the main point is that the front lines are kind of stuck. They're retaliating, and the attack from Moscow and the capital of Ukraine. Um, if you want to like gather all of it, and it's not just really like a political chess match. It's more at this point like the loss is extreme of people, um, and the lines are not moving much at all. It's almost a bit like what happened in the First World War, where it's like, what are you really gaining except like land wise, if that's what they're aiming for? Um, and yeah, that's my take on where things stand right now. And yep.